Welcome back to the channel. In this episode, we'll be talking about Pat Ngongba and Maliq Brown's ability to be elite passers in not only Duke's offense, but just in college basketball in general. I'll talk about it. I have some stats for you, and I'm going to show you examples. There'll be overlays while I'm talking, and also we're going to stop me talking, and we're going to play some clips because these guys deserve the praise for their passing ability. If you know me, I call Maliq Brown Swiper, keep swiping, because what he does defensively for Duke, switching 1 through 5, phenomenal. And then Pat Ngongba, his soft touch around the rim for Duke was outstanding. We saw that when Duke played Louisville in the ACC Championship game, and Duke was going ISO ball, basically feeding the big fella on the paint, and he went 3 straight possessions getting the ball around the rim in the second half and helped Duke beat Louisville without Cooper Flagg. And these guys, their roles are obviously going to be increased from last year to this year, and rightfully so. But when you think about these two guys, I think you think about them completely different with Maliq Brown's defense and Pat Ngongba's ability to have a soft touch around the rim. So that's why I want to talk about their passing, because their passing is so underrated and doesn't get talked about nearly enough as it should be. And so we're going to get right into it. Last year, Pat Ngongba had 23 assists to 7 turnovers in 318 minutes. And I'm getting these stats from ESPN.com. And I say that because I was on Synergy earlier, and Synergy's assists, their numbers are just a little different. I think Ngongba might be at 25, and Maliq Brown has 3 or 4 less assists on Synergy than what I'm about to tell you. But using ESPN.com right here, because it doesn't matter, because it doesn't take away from what I'm trying to say. Maliq Brown had 40 assists to 24 turnovers in 409 minutes. So they combined for 63 assists to 33 turnovers, and 3 of Pat Ngongba's turnovers were illegal screens. They weren't even throwing the ball away or traveling with the basketball on a post up, like legit turnovers for a big fella, because sometimes illegal screens are the point guard's fault. They leave too early. So really, Pat Ngongba could have 23 assists to 4 turnovers, which is an outstanding and insane ratio to have, assist to turnover ratio to have in general. But to be a center, it is unheard of. He had the highest, or he had the best assist to turnover ratio for a center in college basketball last year, and I think it's going to continue this year. So for comparison, Ngongba and Brown each had more assists than Isaiah Evans. Isaiah had 18, and I know Isaiah was coming off screens and pulling everything. He was a flamethrower last year, but it's still kind of crazy to see the vast difference in assist numbers. Even Ngongba having 5 more assists than Isaiah last year, knowing that Ngongba missed a lot of time with his foot. He was break glass in case of emergency when Maliq Brown got hurt. So it's just kind of crazy to see that. But my favorite stat, and this is not a knock on this player, it's just a great stat to see, is they both combined for more assists than Caleb Foster had last year. Caleb had 54 assists and 32 turnovers. And the two backup centers for Duke had a combined 63 assists and 31 turnovers. So they had 2 less turnovers than Caleb Foster, and they had what? They had 9 more assists than a guy that started the year as a point guard for Duke. That's crazy. And I think Caleb's going to take a leap this upcoming season than last year. But regardless, that's an insane stat, and just shows how Ngongba and Maliq Brown are an integral part into Duke's offense. So I'm going to roll some clips right here, and we're going to just see what they do at the top of the key and why they're so good.
Shortchanged him. That was his 9th rebound off that miss, so close to his 3rd double-double of the year. Evans got a screen from Gillis. Strokes a 3.
Steal and bucket. 5:17 to play in the second half. Duke 23 and 3. Backdoor Evans.
Should be a red carpet. People should be taking a lot of photos coming into this game.
Come. We'll have over 50, 60 celebrities. Hey, we've raised so far $98.9 million.
James knocked away. Proctor hoists and misses a 3. Rebound for Brown. You like the pieces Miami gets back? Andrew Wiggins, a couple other players in a first rounder?
I think good pass. I tell you, Maliq Brown.
So as you see, that when Duke goes that 5 out and one of them are at the top of the key, it's a signal for anything that can happen. There can be a dribble handoff action with them being the handoff and a shooter comes off of their shoulder like Isaiah did last year, as Isaiah will probably do this year, even Darren Harris, you'll see that again this year. But if that is taken away and the dribble handoff is not there, then either Ngongba and Brown will pass to the wing and go screen for him, and they'll have a little two-man game, and they can be the roll man, or they have 2v2 on the empty side of the floor. Or if that is taken away, as you'll see in these overlays, they'll hit the back door, because if you hard deny and they take that pass away, Ngongba and Maliq Brown will burn the defense by hitting the backdoor cut. And it is just why Duke's offense was so good last year. Like, yes, Duke had Cooper Flagg. Yes, they had Conk Nipple. They had everybody. We know 35 wins. But what was not talked about enough, in my opinion, were how good the big men were at passing the ball and kind of running the offense at times for Duke in the half court. And one wrinkle that I'm excited to watch this year for Duke's offense is Pat Ngongba can step outside and shoot it from three. John Shire said that on Crazy Cast. Great question about Pat Ngongba stepping outside and possibly shooting threes. And John Shire even alluded to, yeah, you could possibly see that this year with Big Pat stepping outside and shooting threes. And that also goes to the point of John Shire being mic'd up last year, telling Maliq Brown, hey, if you're open, shoot it from three, because that keeps the defense honest, and that makes Duke's offense and the spacing open up even more for those two guys to show their true strength in passing the ball. And look, when Maliq Brown shoots a three, I think it goes in. That's why Duke beat Carolina in the Dean Dome, is because Maliq Brown turned to a sniper. And so I am very high on these two going into this upcoming season, because of what they did last year in smaller minutes. But this upcoming season, as long as Pat Ngongba and Maliq Brown can stay healthy, I think they will take Duke's offense and make it efficient as it was last season, even though they lost the starting five.